amigos de Red Latina, puedes ver los subtítulos en español en este icono picándole en el caption. Es este de aquí. Gracias por seguirnos.
And when you guys scored 3 goals in 7 minutes, you have an assist on all of them. What was that period of time like on every front?
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't so predictable because in the first half, I think Kansas overall made a pretty good game. They had some chances. We weren't in the game so good. We were reacting too much, I would say. I think we could have done more for the game, but I mean the moment to score that goal was perfect when Sam scored it, and then we scored right after that. We scored the second one, and then it almost felt like they stopped playing a little bit because they knew now it's going to be tough. And then the third goal and the fourth goal, I think that was very good, except conceding in the end of the game, conceding another goal that was unnecessary. I think we should keep the clean sheet, obviously. There.
What's it feel like when the crowd's going nuts like that and the goals just keep coming, and for you keep passing the ball and people keep putting it in the net?
I mean, there's nothing new, huh? I mean, it's every single home game like that. That's why everybody's enjoying it so much. That's why everybody here loves to play in front of our own crowd. That's why it's even more amazing that we are in a great spot now to hopefully stay on the first place, to have the home advantage, because playing in front of this crowd is just unique. It's different.
Eduard, what did it feel like to see Klauss celebrating and giving you praise after his second goal?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy, and I mean, he was out for 4 months and he has 10 goals. I mean, it says already everything. He's incredible, but it's not only how he's scoring goal. I think it's also how unselfish he is on the pitch. You can tell in so many situations where he can take a shot, but he's taking another pass, try to get it for his teammate. How he's celebrating with his teammates, you know, that's why I'm even more happy for him, because he was suffering a lot in these 4 months. Yeah. You know, I saw him, he was working so hard, you know, everybody's like now celebrating, you know, he's scoring goals again, but he was working so hard 4 months. He was taking so less like day offs, you know, and so I'm just very happy for him, and I mean he scored amazing goals.
But he wanted people to know how he got that goal. He was pretty intent on letting you get some of the spotlight, right?
Yeah. I mean that speaks for himself already. You know, there's nothing much to say. So I think that's just a great mentality. And I think we need that in the whole team, and everybody can look up to that, because in the end of the day, that's how we're going to be successful. You know, when it's not about yourself and not about you scoring. You know, sometimes you might try to take a shot or take it on your own. That's totally fine. But I mean, the mentality should be to first, how can I serve my teammate instead of how can I serve myself? You know, how can I score the most goals? And I think then the success will come. You know.
This rivalry development has been a fun kind of chapter of your season. Has the rivalry, has it made you guys more prepared for playoff soccer? And if so, maybe how in your eyes?
I don't know if I would put that together with the playoffs. I think these are special games, and I think it's even cooler that we played Kansas 3 times. And honestly, in Kansas, there was also almost like a home game. Our fans, where the half stadium was, pink red. So I think that was incredible as well, even if we didn't win that game. But I mean, we knew what's on the plate. Even if we are in a great spot already, we want to win every single game. And now we are not like, okay, Vancouver, Seattle, like we're gonna calm down a little bit. We want to win these games as well, and go into the playoffs with as much confidence as possible.
Edu, with Kansas needing 3 points tonight, and you guys playing to stay at the top and achieve some other things, did it feel different than the other 2 games you played against Kansas?
I think the first game, I wouldn't say like all the 3 games were special. All the 3 games were really good, but I think the first game was a little bit more special, even because it was the first game against Kansas, and there was a lot of trash talk from Kansas, and a lot of talking before the game. So I think it was really hyped up, but I think all of the 3 games were really special and really incredible.
Is it good to win the series?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, especially in front of the home crowd, and then even breaking the record of 17 wins, is even more special and even greater.
And earlier in the season, you kind of made a shift, from playing a lot of 10 to playing a lot of 6, and now over the last couple of games, you've been kind of moved to the outside. Can you just talk a little bit about how that's kind of changed, where you've been, where your playmaking duties and things along those lines?
Yeah, honestly, I prefer to play on the 6, or like at least be more central. On the 10, I'm more dependent, on getting a lot of balls inside, and I like to have more freedom when I can sometimes also shift to the outside. Maybe come back, get the ball sometimes to create something on my own, So I think that's very important for my game. Like at the end of the day, if I'm getting into good spots, maybe 2 times, 3 times at halftime, I think that's not enough for me. And I think the most important for me is to get as many times on the ball as possible, because I think that's my that's where I can be the most creative. So I prefer the most to play with the 2 6s, or like at least be more central. But I mean, in the end of the day, you got to do what the game gives you, and also what the coach is setting up. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to play in every role he gives me, and yeah.
Just specifically in the formation from today, did you feel like you were able to go and get the ball more later in the game when you were operating from the outside than you were maybe in the center in the first half?
Yeah, I think the first half was a little bit disappointing for me as well, because I didn't get many balls, and we had transition moments, but we didn't have a lot of possession. And that's always a little bit disappointing for me, because I want to get on the ball, I want to get into the game, The second half was a little bit better, but if you are releasing on the 8 all the time, you're releasing out to the outside back, you're coming back in, it's always a long way, and you have to breathe again, to get some power and strength back. And so I think sometimes that it's important that we are a little bit cleaner on the ball, and keep the ball a little bit better, because otherwise you are just fatigued, you are just running around, you lose it, and again, you have to suffer again. I think these are things where we can improve, and hopefully we're gonna do that.
Wrap up with Tom.
About Klauss with 10 goals. I mean, and he missed like 14 games, whatever it was. I mean, you'd be a guy in the Golden Boot race, right? If he doesn't miss 4 months of the season, he's still kind of on the fringes of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very happy for him. Because as I said already, he was suffering a lot. He was working very hard for that, and I mean, in way less games, scoring 10 goals than all the other guys, who have 14 or 15. It's incredible, But as I already said, there are also his assists, and not only that, he's also so smart against the ball, and I think that's also very important, because I think we shouldn't be too focused. Of course, a striker, that's a different thing, but too focused on him only scoring goals. But like so many games where he didn't score a goal. Same with Gio. I always tell him, like, when he's disappointed that he didn't score, like, he makes such important runs, for his teammates, and so many great situations where he's not getting any credit. But when you really look into it, you can tell, like, that these guys are also in different areas also very important for the team, and not only in goal scoring.
You guys had been really effective on set pieces. You hit a little bit of a lull here. You feel like was there any issues, or when you weren't scoring the set piece goals?
I mean, honestly, I think we are a little bit spoiled, because we scored a lot of set piece, and then maybe the expectation was every single game we have to score at least 2 set pieces. I mean, but that's not always possible. That's one thing, and then you shouldn't forget, like, how many penalties we didn't get. We had to get, to be very honest. So yeah, I mean, I'm always happy if we score in a set piece, but that's not always the case, and it's not always possible to score every single game a set piece, and sometimes you just got to be patient.
And it just isn't usually like this for expansion teams. I mean, never, in the history of MLS, it's happened 0 times where an expansion team has done this well. So when you, what does that say to you about what this team has done? It never happened before.
I mean, yeah, obviously it says a lot for this team, how hard we were working, and how much effort we put in the whole season, and what kind of a group we are, and that's what I'm always saying. It's not like people just see the team, people just see us winning on the pitch, but it's like around the whole team, the staff members, like even like guys, I don't know, like Cash, like Gatsby, who are involved with the guys playing games and stuff, like, I don't know, Brandon and Turner, our kit man. So I think, and I could like go around the whole staff team, so many great people who are just making this team better, and Benji and Bomi, who are doing everything for the guys. I've never seen something like that. Like you could really literally give them everything. They would completely run your life with builds and stuff, like coming to a foreign country, it's incredible, and I'm very thankful for that. And I mean, at the end of the day, as I always say, I give all glory to God, and I can see that He's faithful, giving me those people who are helping me like that, and that I can, get settled in a foreign country so far away from my family and everything. So that means a lot, and I'm really, really thankful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.